The Urantia book, first section, the central and super universes. Paper 13, the sacred spheres of paradise. Between the central isle of paradise and the innermost of the Havona planetary circuits, there are situated in space three lesser circuits of special spheres. The innermost circuit consists of the seven secret spheres of the Universal Father. The second group is composed of the seven luminous worlds of the eternal Sun. In the outermost are the seven immense spheres of the Infinite Spirit, the executive headquarters worlds of the seven master spirits. These three seven world circuits of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit, which is the Infinite Spirit, are spheres of unexcelled grandeur and unimagined glory. Even their material or physical construction is of an order unrevealed to you. Each circuit is diverse in material, and each world of each circuit is different, excepting the seven worlds of the Sun, which are alike in physical constitution. All 21 are enormous spheres, and each group of seven is differently eternalized. As far as we know, they have always been like paradise. They are eternal. There exists neither record nor tradition. There exists neither record nor tradition of their origin. So, a lesson for us: they do not do traditions. The seven secret spheres of the Universal Father circulating about paradise in close proximity to the eternal isle are highly reflective of the spiritual luminosity of the central shining of the eternal deities, shedding this light of divine glory throughout paradise and even upon the seven circuits of Havona. On the seven sacred worlds of the eternal Sun, there appear to take origin the impersonal energies of spirit luminosity. No personal being may sojourn on any of these seven shining realms. With spiritual glory they illuminate all paradise and Havona, and they directionize pure spirit luminosity to the seven super universes. These brilliant spheres of the second circuit likewise emit their light, which is light without heat, to paradise and to the billion worlds of the seven circuited central universe. The seven worlds of the Infinite Spirit are occupied by the seven master spirits, who preside over the destinies of the seven super universes, sending forth the spiritual illumination of the third person of deity to these creations of time and space. And all Havona, but not the Isle of Paradise, is bathed in these spiritualizing influences. Although the worlds of the Father are ultimate status spheres for all Father-endowed personalities, this is not their exclusive function. Many beings and entities other than personal sojourn on these worlds. Each world in the circuit of the Father and the circuit of the Spirit has a distinct type of permanent citizenship. But we think the Son's world are inhabited by uniform types of other than personal beings. Father fragments are among the natives of Divinington. Divinington is the world where the adjusters are coming from, and the adjuster is the God the Father fragment. They have a world that is called Divinington, divine. The word divine is in it, and as soon as the thought adjuster has been emerged, fused, better said, with our soul, then it becomes personalized, and then it will have no entrance to Divinington any longer. It will then be registered in Divinington as the God the Father fragment that got fused and through this personalized and has a personality. The other orders of permanent citizenship are unrevealed to you. The 21 paradise satellites serve many purposes in both central and super universes, not disclosed in these narratives. You are able to understand too little of the life of these spheres that you cannot hope to gain anything like a consistent view of them, either as to nature or function. Thousands of activities are there going on which are unrevealed to you. These 21 spheres embrace the potentials of the function of the Master Universe. These papers afford only a fleeting glimpse of certain circumscribed activities pertaining to the present universe age of the grand universes, rather one of the 7 sectors of the grand universe. 1. The 7 sacred worlds of the Father. The Father's circuit of sacred life spheres contains the only inherent personality secrets in the universe of universes. These satellites of paradise, the innermost of the 3 circuits, are the only forbidden domains concerned with personality in the central universe. Nether paradise and the worlds of the Son are likewise closed to personalities. But neither of those realms is in any way directly concerned with personality. The paradise worlds of the Father are directed by the highest order of the stationary sons of the Trinity. The trinitized secrets of supremacy. Of these worlds I can tell little of their manifold activities. I may tell less. Such information concerns only those beings who function thereon and go forth therefrom. And though I am somewhat familiar with 6 of these special worlds, Never have I landed on Divinington. That world is wholly forbidden to me. One of the reasons for the secrecy of these worlds is because each of these sacred spheres enjoys a specialized representation or manifestation of the deities composing the Paradise Trinity, not a personality, but a unique presence of divinity, which can only be appreciated and comprehended by those particular groups of intelligences, resident on or admissible to that particular sphere. The trinitized secrets of supremacy are the personal agents of these specialized and impersonal presence of divinity. And the secrets of supremacy are highly personal beings, superbly endowed and marvelously adapted to their exalted and exacting work. 1. Divinington. This world is, in a unique sense, the bosom of the Father, the personal communion sphere of the Universal Father, and thereon is a special manifestation of His divinity. Divinington is the paradise, a rendezvous of the thought adjusters, but it is also the home of numerous other entities, personalities, and other beings taking origin in the Universal Father. Many personalities, besides the eternal Son, are of direct origin by the solitary acts of the Universal Father. Only the Father fragments and those personalities and other beings of direct and exclusive origin in the Universal Father fraternize and function on this abode. The secrets of Divinington include the secret of the bestowal and mission of thought adjusters, their nature, origin, and the technique of their contact with the lowly creatures of the evolutionary worlds is a secret of this paradise sphere. These amazing transactions do not personally concern features of this great and divine ministry from our full understanding, insofar as we come in contact with this phase of divine activity. We are permitted full knowledge of these transactions, but concerning the intimate details of this great bestowal, we are not fully informed. This sphere also holds the secrets of the nature, purpose, and activities of all other forms of Father fragments, of the gravity messengers, and the hosts of other beings unrevealed to you. It is highly probable that those truths pertaining to Divinington, which are withheld from me, if revealed, would merely confuse and handicap me in my present work. And still again, perhaps they are beyond the conceptual capacity of my order of being. So Narrington, This sphere is the bosom of the Son, the personal receiving world of the eternal Son. It is the paradise headquarters of the descending and ascending sons of God. So this means if you are choosing for survival of your soul, and if you choose to go walk your path of ascension, then eventually, in the long distant future, you can be able to go to Sonarrington because you are an ascending son of God. When and after they are fully accredited and finally approved. So it's not just that we are just having access because of the fact that we are a son of God. We still have to be approved enough that it is safe to have us visiting Sonarrington. This world is the paradise home for all sons of the eternal Son and of his coordinate and associate sons, which means the paradise creator sons and thus the Michael order. This is also the sphere and home of the Michael order. There are numerous orders of divine sonship attached to this supernal abode, which have not been revealed to mortals, since they are not concerned with the plans of the ascension scheme of human spiritual progression through the universes and onto paradise. So, what I want to say is this. If you are not choosing for survival of your soul by accepting yourself as a child of God, by accepting the sonship in God, and by surrendering your will onto the will of the Father, which means that you are doing the will of the Father, then you can be baptized. But if you are not making the steps to walk your path of ascension, then your life is in some way still a waste. And this is exactly the reason why I am saying buy yourselves a copy of this Urantia book, because this book is not just a book, it is a manual. It is also preparing us for the next step in our ascension journey. And all those people whom are going to church, whom are baptizing themselves, but are on daily basis reading the by man written and self-declared holy book, which is known as Bible, which is the old wine. These people are drinking old wine and they are tremendously drunk. And I see this because many of them are believing also the false teachers as if they are speaking the truth. And this is done because they are in a drunkenness of the old wine, because they are clinging their whole life unto a book which is completely written by man. There is nothing of God in that book. They made it seem like as it is a book of God, but it's not. By adding some readings of Jesus, or better said, teachings of Jesus, doesn't make a book a holy book, doesn't make a book of God. The Urantia book is literally the book of God. God has given this to us as well as his paradise creator son Michael, Christ Michael, whom we also know as Jesus of Nazareth. And in actuality, in this local universe, Michael is known as Christ Michael or Jesus of Nazareth. And he also wanted to have us this fifth epical revelation. Why? To set the record straight, and so that we have a fair chance to undo ourselves from the old wine, to clear ourselves up from old beliefs, dogmas, traditions, and understandings from our forebearers. And also to set the record straight in the history that is being taught to us, and so that we have a fair chance to start the next step in our ascension journey. And that is why that I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want to spread the information of this book further. And so I'm planting seeds, and I truly hope and wish wholeheartedly that many of the brethren will pick up this seed and start watering this seed so that it can sprout in their heart, in their mind, and in their soul, and that they eventually will pick up this book, start reading it, and will see that the Bible can be left alone. And this is exactly what God wants us to do. God wants that we go beyond the Bible, that we are going to make personal communion with God the Father himself, instead of relying ourselves on a book that is completely written by man and man alone, and is old and is so highly distorted. There are many falsifications done to this book, the Bible, so there's not that much of truth in it. Take out the pearls that are in it, but I can guarantee you that there are not many pearls to be found in that Bible book. And even the spare teachings of Jesus that they have used to make this claim that it is a holy book, even these teachings are not correctly written down and are not correctly interpreted. Even the books of the first origin apostles are so tremendously distorted, and many information is taken out, misunderstood, and so not all the information is from one and the same author. For instance, the book of Matthew is not from Matthew at all. Some pieces are coming from Matthew, but the majority of the information is pieces from everywhere, from Mark, from Luke, but also from the Apostle Andrew. And what also counts is that many of these apostles started writing these books 60 to 70 years after the time that Jesus left Arancia. So by that time they were old men and old women, and then they had to use their own memory, and also many of their journals, notes, scribbles were damaged, so not readable anymore. And on top of that, all the translations that have been done. So yeah, go listen to the voice of God the Father, and go beyond the Bible and leave this book aside, and go start making real communion with the Father that is in you. The thought adjuster. The secrets of Sonarrington include the secret of the incarnation of the divine sons. When a son of God becomes a son of man. All Michael, because the Paradise Creator's sons are forming a order, which is the order of Michael. Each Michael becomes a son of man. So Jesus of Nazareth is not the only one called Son of Man. All the Michaels are called Son of Man. Is literally born of a woman, as occurred on your world 1900 years ago. It is a universal mystery. It is occurring right along throughout the universes, and it is a Sonarrington secret of divine sonship. The adjusters are a mystery of God the Father. The incarnation of the divine sons is a mystery of God the Son. It is a secret locked up in the 7th sector of Sonarrington, a realm penetrated by none save those who have personally passed through this unique experience. Only those phases of incarnation having to do with your ascension career have been brought to your notice. There are many other phases of the mystery of the incarnation of the Paradise Sons of unrevealed types on missions of universe service, which are undisclosed to you, and there are still other Sonarrington mysteries. Then we have Spiritington. Spiritington. This world is the bosom of the spirit, is thus the bosom of the conjoined actor or the infinite spirit. The paradise, home of the high beings that exclusively represent the infinite spirit. Here foregather the 7 master spirits and certain of their offspring from all universes. At this celestial abode may also be found numerous unrevealed orders of spirit personalities, beings assigned to the manifold activities of the universe, not associated with the plans of upstepping the mortal creatures of time to the paradise levels of eternity. The secrets of Spiritington involve the impenetrable mysteries of reflectivity, and we tell you of the vast and universal phenomenon of reflectivity, more particularly as it is operative on the headquarters worlds of the 7 super-universes. But we never fully explain this phenomenon, for we do not fully understand it much. Very much we do comprehend, but many basic details are still mysterious to us. Reflectivity is a secret of God, the Spirit. You have been instructed concerning reflectivity functions in relation to the ascension scheme of mortal survival. So if you do not choose for mortal survival, and thus survival of your soul, then you will you will live a life of waste, and it does so operate. But reflectivity is also an indispensable feature of feature of Weiffel, and it does so operate. But reflectivity is also an indispensable feature of the normal working of numerous other phases of universe occupation. This endowment of the infinite spirit is also utilized in channels other than those of intelligence, gathering and information dissemination, and there are other secrets of spiritington. Vicegerington. This planet is the bosom of the Father and the Son, and is the secret sphere of certain unrevealed beings who take origin by the acts of the Father and the Son. This is also the paradise home of many glorified beings. This is a very long part. Of complex ancestry, those whose origin is complicated because of the many diverse techniques operative in the 7 super universes. Many groups of beings foregather on this world whose identity has not been revealed to Urantia mortals. Alright, the secrets of Vicegerington include the secrets of trinitization, and trinitization constitutes the secret of authority to represent the Trinity, to act as vicegerents of the sons of God. Authority to represent the Trinity attaches only to those beings revealed and unrevealed, who are trinitized, created, eventuated, or eternalized by any two or all three of the Paradise Trinity. Personalities brought into being by the trinitization acts of certain types of glorified creatures represent no more than the conceptual potential mobilized in that trinitization, albeit such creatures may ascend the path of deity embrace, open to all of their kind. Non-trinitized beings do not fully understand the technique of trinitization by either 2 or 3 creators or by certain creatures. You will never fully understand such a phenomenon unless in the far distant future of your glorified career you should essay and succeed in such an adventure. Because otherwise these secrets of Vicegerington will always be forbidden you. But to me, a high Trinity origin being, all sectors of Vicegerington are open. I fully understand and just as fully and sacredly protect the secret of my origin and destiny. There are still other forms and phases of trinitization which have not been brought to the notice of Urantia peoples, and these experiences in their personal aspects are dully protected in the secret sector of Vicegerington. Point 5, number 5, Solitarington. This world is the bosom of the Father and the Spirit, and is the rendezvous of a magnificent host of unrevealed beings of origin in the conjoined acts of the universal Father and the infinite Spirit. Beings who partake of the traits of the Father in addition to their spirit inheritance. This is also the home of the solitary messengers and of other personalities of the superangelic orders. You know of very few of these beings. There are vast numbers of orders unrevealed on Urantia, because they are domiciled on the fifth world. It does not necessarily follow that the Father had aught to do with the creation of solitary messengers or their superangelic associates, but in this universe age, he does have to do with their function. During the present universe age, this is also the status sphere of the universe power directors. There are numerous additional orders of spirit personalities, beings unknown to mortal man, look upon Solitarington as their paradise home sphere. All right. It should be remembered that all divisions and levels of universe activities are just as fully provided with spirit ministers as is the realm concerned with helping mortal man ascend to his divine paradise destiny. The secrets of Solitarington, besides certain secrets of trinitization, this world holds the secrets of the personal relation of the infinite spirit with certain of the higher offspring of the third source and center on Solitarington. What a name. Are held the mysteries of the intimate association of numerous unrevealed orders with the spirits of the Father, of the Son, and of the Spirit, with the threefold Spirit of the Trinity, and with the spirits of the Supreme, the Ultimate, and the Supreme Ultimate. Then we have Seraphington. Well, they are very onto the tongues. Seraphington. This sphere is the bosom of the Son and the Spirit, and is the home world of the vast hosts of unrevealed beings created by the Son and the Spirit. This is also the destiny sphere of all ministering orders of the angelic hosts, including Supernaphim, Seconaphim, and Seraphim. There also serve in the central and outlying universes many orders of suburb spirits who are not ministering spirits to those who shall be heirs of salvation. All these spirit workers in all levels and realms of universe activities look upon Seraphington as their paradise home. The secrets of Seraphington involve a threefold mystery, only one of which I may mention. The mystery of seraphic transport, the ability of various orders of seraphim and allied spirit beings to envelope within their spirit forms all orders of non-material personalities and to carry them away on lengthy interplanetary journeys is a secret locked up in the sacred sectors of Seraphington. The transport of Seraphim comprehend this mystery. Well, they told already, but they do not communicate it to the rest of us. No, thankfully they don't do that, because otherwise humanity can ruin this also. Or perhaps they cannot. Well, I think there's a reason for it, that they keep as much as possible behind closed doors, because as long as the majority is defiled, it is not safe to say this and to share this information. The other mysteries of Seraphington pertain to the personal experiences of types of spirit surfers as yet not revealed to mortals. And we refrain from discussing the secrets of such closely related beings, because you can almost comprehend such near orders of existence, and it would be akin to betrayal of trust to present even our partial knowledge of such phenomena. Ascendington, and this is thankfully the last of this long chapter. This unique world is the bosom of the Father, Son, and the Spirit, the rendezvous of the ascendant creatures of space, which we are part of. If you are choosing for mortal survival, and through this are choosing to start your ascension journey, the receiving sphere of the pilgrims of time who are passing through the Havona universe on their way to paradise. Ascendington is the actual paradise home of the ascendant souls of time and space until they attain paradise status. You mortals will spend most of your Havona, between quotation marks, vacations on Ascendington during your Havona life. Ascendington will be to you what the reversion directors were during the local and super universe ascension. Here you will engage in thousands of activities which are beyond the grasp of mortal imagination. And as on every previous advance in the Godward ascent, your human self will here enter into new relationships with your divine self. Well, the secrets of Ascendington include the mysteries of the gradual and certain building up in the material and mortal mind of a spiritual and potentially immortal counterpart of character and identity. I lost track here. This phenomenon and potentially immortal counterpart of character and identity. This phenomenon constitutes one of the most perplexing mysteries of the universe, the evolution of an immortal soul within the mind of a mortal and material creature. Material means dying flesh. Because that's what we are. We are mortals, which means we are creatures of flesh and blood that experience what it is to be like that. Eventually we will go through the whole death procedure. Then we know what that is, and that is then once and for all, because that's something you don't have to do all over again. You will never fully understand this mysterious transaction until you reach Ascendington. And that is just why all Ascendington will be open to your wandering gaze. 1/7 of Ascendington is forbidden to me, that sector concerned with this very secret, which is or will be the exclusive experience and possession of your type of being. This experience belongs to your human order of existence. My order of personality is not directly concerned with such transactions. It is therefore forbidden to me and eventually revealed to you. Well, it's quite repeating what he is saying here, this being. But even after it is revealed to you, for some reason, it forever remains your secret. Alright? You do not reveal it to us nor to any other order of beings. Secret is secret. We know about the eternal fusion of a divine adjuster and an immortal soul of human origin, but the ascendant finalizers know this very experience as an absolute reality. And we become finalizers eventually. We become part of this corpse of finalizers. Alright. Finally, the second subchapter. Father-world relationships. Oh, this will be a long one too. I think I'm going to split this one up because it's very long. Second, father-world relationships. These homeworlds of the diverse orders of spiritual beings are tremendous and stupendous spheres, and they are equal to paradise in their matchless beauty and superb glory. They are rendezvous worlds, reunion spheres serving as permanent cosmic addresses. As finalizers, you will be domiciled on paradise, but Ascendington will be your home address at all times, even when you enter service in outer space. Alright, through all eternity you will regard Ascendington as your home of sentimental memories and reminiscent recollections. When you become 7th stage spirit beings, possibly you will give up your residential status on paradise. I don't know if I would do such a thing. If outer universes are in the making, if they are to be inhabited by time, creatures of ascension potential, then we infer that these children of the future will also be destined to look upon Ascendington as their paradise home world. Ascendington is the only sacred sphere that will be unreservedly open to your inspection as a paradise arrival. Vicegerrington is the only sacred sphere that is holy and unreservedly open to my scrutiny. Though its secrets are concerned in my origin in this universe age, I do not regard Vicegerrington as my home. Trinity origin beings and trinitized beings are not the same. Trinity origin beings do not fully share the Father's worlds. They have their soul homes on the Isle of Paradise in close proximity to the most holy sphere. They often appear on Ascendington, the bosom of the Father, Son, Spirit, where they fraternize with their brethren who have come up from the lowly worlds of space. You might assume that Creator Sons, being of Father Son origin, would regard Vicegerrington as their home, but such is not the case in this universe age of the function of God the sevenfold. Well, why is this being then mentioning this information? And there are many similar problems that will perplex you, for you are sure to encounter many difficulties as you attempt to understand these things which are so near paradise. Nor can you successfully reason out these questions. You know so little. And if you knew more about the Father's worlds, you would simply encounter more difficulties until you knew all about them. Status on any of these secret worlds is acquired by surface as well as by nature of origin, and the successive universe ages may and do redistribute certain of these personality groupings. The worlds of the inner circuit are really fraternal or status worlds more than actual residential spheres. Mortals will attain some status on each of the Father's worlds, save one. For example, when you mortals attain Havona, you are granted clearance of Ascendington, where you are most welcome, but you are not permitted to visit the other 6 sacred worlds. Subsequent to your passage through the paradise regime, and after your admission to the corpse of the finality, you are granted clearance for Sonarrington, since you are sons of God as well as ascenders, and you are even more, but there will always remain 1/7 of Sonarrington, the sector of the incarnation secrets of the divine sons, which will not be open to your scrutiny. Never will those secrets be revealed to the ascendant sons of God. So this means, although we are sons of God, we can have some knowing of Sonarrington secrets, but not all of them. Those that are particularly for the bestowals, the sons of God who do bestowals, these secrets are still for them and not for us. Eventually, you will have full access to Ascendington and relative access to the other spheres of the Father, except Divinington. Well, Divinington is the place where all the thought adjusters are coming from. But even when you are granted permission to land on 5 additional secret spheres after you have become a finaliter, you will not be allowed to visit all sectors of such worlds. Nor will you be permitted to land on the shores of the Winnington, the bosom of the Father, though you shall surely stand repeatedly at the right hand of the Father. And this right hand of the Father is written in quotation marks. Never throughout all eternity will there arise any necessity for your presence on the world of the thought adjusters. This is complete sacred world, which is quite logic. Alright, how many do we have? Okay. These rendezvous worlds of spirit life are forbidden ground to the extent that we are asked not to negotiate entrance to those phases of these spheres which are wholly outside of our realms of experience. Well, I don't know why this being is then having almost half a page about something that we ourselves eventually are not even allowed to be there also. You may become creature perfect even as the universal Father is deity perfect, but you may not know all the experiential secrets of all other orders of universe personalities. When the Creator has an experiential personality secret with his creature, the Creator preserves that secret in eternal confidence. All these secrets are supposedly known to the collective body of the trinitized secrets of supremacy. These beings are fully known only by their special world groups. They are little comprehended by other orders. After you attain paradise, you will know and ardently love the 10 spheres of supremacy who direct Ascendington. Accepting the Winnington, you will also achieve a partial understanding of the secrets of supremacy on the other worlds of the Father, though not so perfectly as on Ascendington. The trinitized secrets of supremacy, as their name might suggest, are related to the Supreme. They are likewise related to the ultimate and to the future Supreme Ultimate. These secrets of supremacy are the secrets of the Supreme and also the secrets of the Ultimate, even the secrets of the Supreme Ultimate. And then 3, the sacred worlds of the eternal Sun. The 7 luminous spheres of the eternal Sun are the worlds of the 7 phases of pure spirit existence. These shining orbs are the source of the threefold light of paradise. And Havona, their influence being largely, but not wholly, confined to the central universe. Personality is not present on these paradise satellites, therefore is there little concerning these pure spirit abodes, which can be presented to the mortal and material personality. We are taught that these worlds teem with the otherwise than personal life of the beings of the eternal Son. We infer that these entities are being assembled for ministry in the projected new universes of outer space. The paradise philosophers maintain that each paradise cycle about 2 billion years of Urantia time witnesses the creation of additional reserves of these orders on the secret worlds of the eternal Son. As far as I am informed, no personality has ever been on any one of these spheres of the eternal Son. I have never been assigned to visit one of these worlds in all my long experience in and out of paradise. Even the personalities co-created by the eternal Son do not go to these worlds. We infer that all types of impersonal spirits, regardless of parentage, are admitted to these spirit homes. As I am a person and have a spirit form, no doubt such a world would seem empty and deserted even if I were permitted to pay it a visit. High spirit personalities are not given to the gratification of purposeless curiosity, purely useless adventure. There is at all times altogether too much intriguing and purposeful adventure to permit the development of any great interest in those projects which are either futile or unreal. Alright, then the last, which is point 4, the worlds of the infinite spirit. This is a long page. Between the inner circuit of Havona and the shining spheres of the eternal Son, there circle the 7 orbs of the infinite spirit, worlds inhabited by the offspring of the infinite spirit, by the trinitized sons of the glorified created personalities and by other types of unrevealed beings. Concerned with the effective administration of the many enterprises of the various realms of universe activities, the 7 master spirits are the supreme and ultimate representatives of the infinite spirit. They maintain their personal stations. Their power focuses on the periphery of paradise, but all operations concerned with their management and direction of the grand universe are conducted on and from these 7 special executive spheres of the infinite spirit. The 7 master spirits are, in reality, the mind-spirit balance wheel of the universe of universes, and all-embracing, all-encompassing, and all-coordinating power of central location. From these 7 special spheres, the master spirits operate to equalize and stabilize the cosmic mind circuits of the grand universe. They also have to do with the differential spiritual attitude and presence of the deities throughout the grand universe. Physical reactions are uniform unvarying, and always instantaneous and automatic. But experiential spiritual presence is in accordance with the underlying conditions or states of spiritual receptivity inherent to the individual minds of the realms. Physical authority, presence, and function are unvarying in all the universes, small or great. The differing factor in spiritual presence or reaction is the fluctuating differential in its recognition and reception by will creatures, whereas the spiritual presence of absolute and existential deity is in no manner whatever influenced by attitudes of loyalty or disloyalty on the part of created beings. At the same time, it is true that the functioning presence of sub-absolute and experiential deity is definitely and directly influenced by decisions, choices, and will attitudes of such finite creature beings, by the loyalty and devotion of the individual being, planet, system, constellation, or universe. Okay. But this spiritual presence of divinity is not whimsical nor arbitrary. Its experiential variance is inherent in the free will endowment of personal creatures. The determiner of the differential of spiritual presence exists in your own hearts and minds, and consists in the manner of your own choosing, in the decisions of your minds, and in the determination of your own wills. This differential is inherent in the free will reactions of intelligent personal beings, beings whom the Universal Father has ordained shall exercise this liberty of choosing. And the deities are ever true to the ebb and flow of their spirits in meeting and satisfying the conditions and demands of this differential of creature choice, now bestowing more of their presence in response to a sincere desire for the same, and again withdrawing themselves from the scene as their creatures decide adversely in the exercise of their divinely bestowed freedom of choice. And thus the spirit of divinity become humbly obedient to the choosing of the creatures of the realms. The executive abodes of the seven master spirits are in reality the paradise headquarters of the seven super universes and their correlated segments in outer space. Each master spirit presides over one super universe, and each of these seven worlds is exclusively assigned to one of the master spirits. There is literally no phase of the sub-paradise administration of the seven super universes which is not provided for on these executive worlds. They are not so exclusive as the spheres of the Father or those of the Son. And though residential status is limited to native beings and those who work thereon, these 7 administrative planets are always open to all beings who desire to visit them, and who can command the necessary means of transit. And who can command the necessary means of transit. To me, these executive worlds are the most interesting and intriguing spots outside of paradise. In no other place in the wide universe can one observe such varied activities involving so many different orders of living beings, having to do with operations on so many diverse levels, occupations at once material, intellectual, and spiritual. When I am accorded a period of release from assignment, if I chance to be on paradise or in Havona, I usually proceed to one of these busy worlds of the 7 master spirits, there to inspire my mind with such spectacles of enterprise, devotion, loyalty, wisdom, and effectiveness. Nowhere else can I observe such an amazing inter-association of personality, performances on all 7 levels of universe reality. And I am always stimulated by the activities of those who well know how to do their work and who so thoroughly enjoy doing it. Alright, with this we have come to the end of paper 13 that was presented to us by a perfecter of wisdom, commissioned thus to function by the ancients of days on Uversa. Thank you so much for listening to this audio video, and God bless you. Have a beautiful, smooth, enjoyable day.